I have found this post in Reddit and I thought it is worth sharing with you guys. However, this post got deleted 5 hours before publishing this video due to harassments in the comment section of a post due to its ending. I'm posting this here because I have never told anyone in real life. 2 years ago, I made a strict plan to end my life. I did not feel sad or dramatic. I was just tired. Life felt like a very boring, difficult job, and I simply wanted to quit. I spent a week giving my things away. I sold my computer. I threw away all my old photos. I wanted my apartment to be completely empty so it would be easy to clean after I was gone. My plan was simple. I lived near an underground subway station. I knew the schedule very well. The last train of the night always came through at exactly 2:15 a.m. The station was always completely empty at that time. On a Tuesday night, I left my apartment. I walked down the dirty stairs into the station. It smelled like old metal and dust. The lights on the ceiling were flickering. It was 2 a.m. I was completely alone. I walked right to the edge of the platform and put my toes on the bumpy yellow warning line. I just stood here, looking down at the tracks, waiting. At 2:10 a.m., I heard heavy footsteps on the stairs. I felt annoyed. I wanted to be alone. I looked to my right. A man walked into the platform. He stopped about 15 feet away from me. He was wearing a nice grey business suit. But there was something very wrong with him. He was completely soaking wet. Water was dripping from his hair down his face. His suit was dark and heavy with water. It was dripping into the concrete by his shoes. It was the middle of August, and it was completely dry outside. There was no reason for him to be wet. He turned his head and looked at me. "Do you have the time?" he asked. His voice sounded strange, like his throat was full of sand. I pulled out my phone. "It is 2:11. He nodded slowly. "4 minutes until the last train," he said. "Are you waiting for it?" "Yes," I said. I looked away. I hoped he would stop talking to me. He took a few steps closer. "I wait for it every night," he said. "You should step back from the edge. It is a very bad idea." I got angry. I was ready to end everything, and I didn't want a stranger telling me what to do. "Mind your own business," I told him. He did not get mad, he just stared at me. His eyes looked completely dead, like glass. "I stood exactly where you are standing right now, 10 years ago," he said. I jumped. I froze. I did not know what to say. He kept talking in that dry voice. I thought it would be fast. I thought a big train moving at 50 miles per hour would just turn my brain off instantly, like turning off a light switch. But it is not fast. He pointed down at the tracks. The human body wants to live. When you get hurt that badly, your brain slows time down. I felt the heavy metal hit my ribs. I felt myself get pulled under the wheels. I felt the hot grease and the sharp rocks cut into my skin. It was not a fast blackout. It took me a full hour to die under that train. I just laid in the dark under the metal, in terrible pain, listening to the station workers above me shouting. It was the worst mistake I ever made. I felt sick to my stomach. My legs started shaking. I took 2 large steps back away from the yellow line. "Who are you?" I asked him. He did not answer me. He just turned his head and looked down the dark, black tunnel. "It is coming," he said. I felt the floor start to shake. A strong wind blew out of the tunnel, pushing dirty air into my face. When the bright white light of the train hit the station walls, the noise was incredibly loud. It sounded like heavy metal screaming. I closed my eyes. and covered my ears because it hurt my head. The train rushed past us. It took about 15 seconds. When the noise finally stopped, I opened my eyes. The platform was completely empty. The white man in the grey suit was gone. I looked at the concrete floor where he was just standing. It was completely dry. There was no water anywhere. I did not want for the I did not want for the train doors to open. I turned around, ran up the stairs, and walked fast all the way home. The next morning, I called a doctor and I started going to therapy. I still have hard days where I feel completely numb, but I never go near the subway tracks anymore. Whenever I get dark thoughts, I think about what the wet man told me. I do not want to end up stuck in the dark, feeling everything, waiting for a train every single night. So, what's your thought on this storytelling and the story itself and the background events and on my voice? Personally, I think all of this happened in her head in the night before she even went to the underground station, by the way. Mm. By the way, this is a new channel. This is my first ever video. If you continued this video to the end, you already helped a lot. And thank you for everything. Also, if you don't know, I'm making a challenge where I break 10 blocks for each new subscriber, so that is that.